Hi and welcome to another video. If you've recently watched, welcome to Samdal-ri and are wondering which Ji Chang Wook series you'd like to watch next, this video is for you. Now, there's quite a lot of series to choose from, 16 so far I think, and I'll sort of divide them into categories so you can work out what type of series you're more likely to enjoy. So I should note that I've not watched all of these series yet, so I can't tell you whether they are good or not. But I'm planning to watch or rewatch a lot of these series in the future, and I'm sort of making it a challenge for myself to review these series this year. One way to look at these series is looking at the amount of episodes, which sort of varies from 6 to 159. For a very short series, you could try The Sound of Magic, or maybe Worst of Evil. And if you enjoy longer content, there are also a few options such as Empress Key with 51 episodes, My Two Perfect Sons with 54 episodes, and the absolute record goes to samdal-ri with 159 episodes. However, just looking at the number of episodes is probably not enough to decide what to watch next. So I've sorted them by genre, so you can work out whether you like them. So I'll start off with family series. So there's two of them, and both are more long-term series that focus on a family setting. The first series focuses on a family with 4 sons who are adored by their mother, and she thinks her sons are absolutely perfect, but the neighbors would very much disagree with that. It's also a romantic comedy. And the second family series, called samdal-ri, is about a man who grew up in America coming back to Korea, where he eventually decides to go look for his father. It's also a romantic comedy, and it's about finding love and family. So there are 2 historical series that Ji Chang Wook acted in, and both are more than 10 years old. So the first one, Warrior Baek Dong-soo, is where he plays a martial artist trying to prevent the assassination of the king. And Empress Key is the life story from a Korean woman who becomes the empress of the Yuan dynasty. And in this case, Ji Chang Wook is playing the emperor. So then for the melodramas, and to be honest, these are also classified under other genres, and all of them seem to contain romance as well, for example. The first one on the list, Five Fingers, is about a pianist who wants to take over the family business, but his father decides to make his illegitimate son the heir of the business. I think this is a bit of a darker series, potentially with a revenge plot. Then we also have The Bachelor's Vegetable Store, which I'm not really sure what it's about, but it's about a bachelor who runs a vegetable store, and I think it also involves romance, and apparently it's based on a real story. Then we're on to action series, and I think these are some of the more well-known series from Ji Chang Wook. And just to note that although these are definitely action series, they also still feature quite a bit of romance. So in the K2, Ji Chang Wook plays a soldier who is wrongfully accused of killing his girlfriend, and his main goal is finding the actual murderer and taking revenge. In Healer, Ji Chang Wook plays a night courier who can be hired to do anything except murder. And through his job, he sort of ends up in a mystery that involves things that happened to his family in the past. And in the third series, Ji Chang Wook plays a police officer trying to take down a drug trafficking organization, while at the same time trying to protect his wife, who has a past with the drug king. And then we have 2 romantic series, first of which is If You Wish Upon Me, where Ji Chang Wook plays a criminal who has a sad past, and he has sort of been in and out of jail since he's been young. However, he was assigned to serve at an end-of-life care facility, and he sort of slowly tries to turn his life around. Then Love Struck in the City is completely different and focuses on 2 people who are trying to find romance and happiness while living in a busy, competitive city environment. So besides the romance series, we of course also have some romantic comedies. such as Suspicious Partner, which has quite some mystery aspects as well. And in this series, Ji Chang Wook plays a prosecutor who gets demoted because he saves the female lead, who is wrongly accused of murdering her ex-boyfriend. Then Welcome to Samdal-ri is the most recent release from Ji Chang Wook, where he plays a weathercaster in Jeju. And the female lead in this series was a photographer in Seoul who flees to her hometown after a scandal. And the two are very close when they were younger, and they slowly start bonding again. While the photographer tries to recover from her failure. And the series is very much giving sort of a small town vibe, and I thought it was quite enjoyable, and it's one of the ones I have actually seen. And then we also have Backstreet Rookie, which centers around a young woman who is in love with a convenience store owner and applies to start working at his store. And Ji Chang Wook in this case plays the convenience store owner. So finally we have the other category, where we have two series that did not really fit into the previous categories. So Melting Me Softly is a science fiction series where the main characters are frozen for 2 decades and they face a lot of challenges after they wake up. And I think this series could probably also be classified as a mystery with some romance. And then the last series, Sound of Magic, is relatively short, and it's actually a musical where the main characters are 2 high school students who meet a magician, and the magician is played by Ji Chang Wook. So if you're still not sure what to watch, and you don't, or maybe if you don't necessarily care about which genre a series is in, here's a list with some of the higher rated dramas. I would say Healer, The Worst of Evil, Welcome to Samdal-ri, and Empress Key are all considered good series, so you could start with one of those if you're still not sure. Please subscribe or check back later if you're interested in more detailed reviews for these series. So thank you for watching, and I hope I was able to help you choose the next series to watch.